This is Nina Turner, former Ohio senator. She recently ran, I forget for what political position, but she lost to another Democrat. I've been watching Nina Turner for years, not closely, but I've been seeing her. And every time I see her, my gut tells me she ain't right. I mean, she ain't right as in she belongs in the category with Charlamagne the God, Killer Mike, Ice Cube, Lil Wayne, you know, all of them. She's trending on Twitter, and they are dragging her and confirming for me why I could never have it for Nina Turner. Something ain't right with her. I don't know who she's working for. I don't know if it's the GOP. I don't know if it's for the Russians. I don't know who she's working for. But something ain't right with Nina Turner. Y'all know her? What's your thoughts? Okay, let's talk about it. But first, the reason why I came in not going into detail was because I didn't want to be accused of attacking another black woman, right? But I got accused of attacking another black woman even though I didn't say anything. So just like I talked about Ice Cube, just like I talked about Killer Mike and their ties in politics and the Republicans, just like I talked about Kodak Black and Lil Wayne and all of the rest of them, let's talk about Nina Turner. Now, we all know Nina Turner. She was working for the Bernie Sanders campaign. I didn't know Nina Turner when she was working for the Bernie Sanders campaign. I didn't come to know about Nina Turner until after the election. I started seeing her on the panel with CNN. She was the progressive voice. And she was assertive. She stood 10 toes down in what she believed. And she was there to clarify and get folks together who was talking down about progressive ideology and policy. And she was doing her thing. A strong advocate for the black community. She was doing her thing. I can understand why people say she's rough around the edges, but she does her thing. There were some people yesterday down in the comment section trying to compare Nina Turner to Candace Owens. Y'all can cut that out. Nina Turner and Candace Owens are nothing alike. Candace Owens is a tool for white supremacy, and she makes money by denigrating and disrespecting her own community, talking down and bad about her own community. Nina Turner doesn't do that. However, Nina Turner does things that makes me question if she's really a Democrat and who's paying her. For instance, after Bernie lost in the primary, she didn't get behind Democrats. She went and got behind the third party candidate, Jill Stein. This right here was a campaign event for Jill Stein, and Nina was there to, I guess, campaign for Jill Stein. Anywho, Donald Trump won the presidency, and not too long after that, we started to hear some things about Jill Stein. She was a Russian puppet. She had ties to Russia. And then this picture came out. Y'all can read the caption. Y'all can pause and read the caption. But that's Jill Stein at some type of luncheon, dinner with Vladimir Putin and Michael Flynn. And when I saw that, I immediately thought about Nina Turner campaigning for Jill Stein. Jill Stein, who has ties to Russia. Side eye. Immediately. Then, not too long after that, Nina Turner announced on the Young Turks. At this time, I was watching the Young Turks. I don't watch the Young Turks anymore. I don't support them anymore. But she announced on the Young Turks that she was running for an open seat. I think it was a House seat for the state of Ohio. She made the announcement that she wouldn't be taking any corporate PAC money, any lobbyist money, which is what progressives do, right? Because part of their ideology is to get money out of politics. So this was expected. But not too long after that, somebody did a report and found that with the Florida Elections Commissions, it was learned that Nina Turner had taken some type of corporate money, some type of lobby money, but it was from her own business. I don't know what was going on there. The amounts were small, but nevertheless, it was reported and it's in my mind. So I'm like, okay. And then after that, this came out and I was like, something ain't right. Mueller, she wrote, tweeted this. If you don't know Mueller, she wrote, she is all up in the streets of politics, getting factual tea. This is what she tweeted. Nina Turner starting her own PR firm with Mercury Public Affairs, which is a lobbying firm. What are you making ties to a lobbying firm as a progressive, right? That's number one. This lobbying firm is funded by the Russians. Who's also tied to this lobbying firm? Paul Manafort. I don't know about y'all, but this is problematic for me. First, you ditched the Democrats to stomp and campaign for Jill Stein. Jill Stein, who's also connected to the Russians. And now you're starting your own business, partnered with Mercury, a lobbying firm who's funded by the Russians and is tied to Paul Manafort. Then after that, the Young Turks did a town hall for Nina Turner because remember, around this time, she's running for that seat. Killer Mike was a part of this town hall. And during this town hall, Killer Mike called Representative Clyburn stupid for giving an endorsement to Joe Biden and only getting Juneteenth in return.
Candidate. What I realized when I saw people like Clyburn, which I don't have a problem with in South Carolina for the good work he's done, but I think it's incredibly stupid to not cut a deal before you get someone elected president, and the only thing you give is a federal holiday and nothing tangible out of it. Talk about candidate.
Let's be clear. Representative Clyburn got more for his endorsement than just Juneteenth. Because of Representative Clyburn, we got Kamala Harris. Because of Representative Clyburn, we got Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Because of Representative Clyburn, we got black people in Joe Biden's administration heading up divisions and departments, working in the White House. Diversity, all up and through that mug. That's because of Representative Clyburn. Not to mention Representative Clyburn's history to the civil rights movement. That little segment right there is what cost Nina Turner that seat. Because of her add-on, you better talk about it. Representative Clyburn said he was planning to stay out of that race. But when he was called stupid, he endorsed her challenger, which is Chantel Brown, I believe. And Chantel won. And from that point, whenever I saw her talking or a part of a panel, bitterness emanated from her. She's been real angry with the Democrats. That bitterness just emanates from her. And so after I did my video on yesterday, I went on over to Twitter. I did some further review to find out what was going on. She was being dragged for supporting Donald Trump. What she did was there was this discussion going on about student loans. Student loan payments are expected to start up again. And so she was manipulating facts on on what was going on with the student loan program and stuff like that. And people were challenging her and posting facts and stuff like that. And then her response to someone was to support and uplift Trump and what he did for student loans. Listen, I will support no one in no way, shape, or form that will spew misinformation and then support a lying, racist dictator in order to try to make the Democrats and Joe Biden look bad. So yeah, I guess you can say my gut has been confirmed. I'll talk to y'all later. You're welcome. But my platform is all about making sure that my people are informed when they get into that voting booth to make their selection, whether it's a new policy or a new politician. I want to make sure that I contribute to my people having the necessary information to making an informed decision. Whether you're a politician or a political influencer, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, black, white, independent, if you're involved in the political system, the political process, especially when it comes down to elections, whether it's midterms or the presidential elections, and you're involved and you're putting up politicians or you're a politician asking for our vote, and I know some things about you that ain't right, I want my people to know this information. I want you all to be informed when you get into that voting booth. We all know that Steve Bannon, who holds no political position, but as a political influencer, he has power. And he's doing things to try to obtain the black vote. And it's not by making black lives better here in the United States, more equitable. It's so that he and all of his white cis men can continue to uphold the patriarchy and their white supremacy. So when I hear of these politicians, especially the ones that look like us, these political influencers, especially the ones that look like us, and they have ties to Russia and to people like Steve Bannon and Paul Manafort and Michael Flynn. No. When they are trying to get you to support Republicans and Donald Trump, and they are doing everything to keep black people oppressed and suppressed. No, if I know some things about you, I need to make sure my people are informed, because it is true what they say. Not all skin folk are kinfolk.